Hi guys, welcome back to Kitchen Colony, and it is the season of Christmas and we are looking at Christmas foods. Now today we're going to pay special attention to the Christmas cake. And I know for some of you Christmas cake baking is overwhelming. Some of you say I can't bake it, I don't know what to do and I'm afraid to start. Or listen, there's an easy way to make a Christmas cake. And today I'm going to show you two ways. One, the traditional way, and then I'm going to use a cake mix. Yes, a cake mix. Quick and easy, doesn't change the taste. It's just as good as the traditional way. Now, if you'd like to see me do this, then sit back and watch as I make it. Now here are the ingredients for the traditional Jamaican rum or Christmas cake. Here we have 250 grams of butter, 250 grams of sugar, 2 cups of flour, 5 eggs, and 2 cups of blended fruits. Now I have less than a half of a cup of breadcrumbs. And this is about half cup, less than half cup. The zest of 1 lemon, half of a lemon for the juice, almond essence, ground nutmeg, mixed spice, cinnamon, vanilla, rose water, and browning. Now guys, it's time to blend our fruits and you must do this beforehand. Do all your prepping beforehand. In our container we have cherries, we have apricot, we have raisins, we have some citrus mixed, candy citrus mixed, and we have prunes and other fruits, all the fruits here that we like. But you can use raisin only or cherries, you choose the fruits you like. It's time to blend. Now if you don't have enough liquid in your fruits, you use a little wine or rum to blend. No, I'm stopping because I don't want mine to be very smooth. I don't want a puree, I want some chunks in it. Now this is actually 2 cups of fruits. Now here, this is what we want. It's not too smooth, there's still chunks in it, and that's what I like. Now I'm going to add a little port wine to clean the bowl. And I'm going to put it in my fruit. Now it's time to cream our butter and sugar. So remember, your butter should be at room temperature. It's time to get our flour sieved, and we're going to add all our spices and sieve them together. Now one thing I didn't put on the table was baking powder, and I'm going to get that now. We're going to use 2 level teaspoons of baking powder, half teaspoon of mixed spice, a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of ground nutmeg, half teaspoon of salt. We're going to sieve. For sifting, we're going to mix so that all the spices are blended perfectly. And now it's time for the eggs, and we are going to put the egg gradually. Alright? Time to add the zest. Next, the lime juice. Now it's time to transfer it to another bowl, and then we finish mixing our batter. It's time to add our flour a little at a time, and then we mix. It's time to add our almond extract, and I'm adding it to the fruits. A teaspoon. Vanilla, 2 tablespoons. Rose water, 1.5 tablespoons. Now it's time to mix the fruits, blend those liquid flavors, and then we're going to add it to our cake batter. A little at a time. At this point, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of browning. That's about it. I'm going to add the rest. And then I'm going to add the breadcrumbs. Tins, and they're greased and already lined. Now I'm going to fill them, and we fill 3/4 of the way. Take them to the oven. Remember, you must have a water bath at the bottom to steam it, and we're going to put it at 150 degrees Celsius or 300 degrees Fahrenheit. I'd like to give a big shout out to all my subscribers who have tried my recipes and told me how they enjoyed it. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. It makes me feel good to know that people are trying my recipes. Now I'd like to say a big shout out to Otis, Cheryl, Pat, Del Worshipper. Thank you so much for trying my recipe. You forwarded some pictures and I love them. Thank you again for just supporting me. My subscribers, please feel free to send in your pictures or videos. And if you don't mind, I'll post them as soon as I get them. For this part of the video, we'll be looking at the ingredients that we're going to use for the quick and easy method of Christmas rum or black cake. Now I'm going to use the cake mix method as I said before, and I have 2 packs of cake mix. Now remember, you don't buy the flavored one, only if you want the vanilla flavor, but no buy banana flavor in it. It will overwhelm the fruit cake. Now, as with the traditional cake, we usually use our spices like cinnamon, mixed spice, nutmeg, rose water, vanilla, and some browning. The recipe calls for 7 tablespoons of melted butter or oil. So you can use oil or melted butter, and 4 eggs, along with a lemon, the zest of a lemon, and a little of the lemon juice. And over here we have our baking utensils, and then we have a little butter here to grease our baking tin. Now it's time to grease and line our tin. So we use a little butter. So you rub it along the base of the pan and on the sides also. Even though we're going to line it, we still need the butter. Now it's good to line or grease another tin in case you have too much. And so you'll have something already prepared to bake it. So I'm greasing a smaller tin, and I'm going to line it also. For this one I use grease paper, but I didn't cut it as accurate as I should, you know. But it's okay. It touches the edge of the tin. Alright? And just stick that properly. Now we're going to preheat our oven, and then we're going to set our temperature to 160 or 320. Now I've added 4 cups of boiling water, and remember we're preheating, alright? For my mixture, I'll be using a cup, maybe a cup and a half of breadcrumbs, but I'll test as I go along. Now you don't have to use breadcrumbs. I had to use breadcrumbs because my cake mix was extra moist. Now if you buy the plain one, you don't need to use breadcrumbs. And if you want a light cake, then use more eggs. Now I'm just mixing it with the fruits. Sometimes you find some very tough pieces of crumbs or it look white in your cake. You don't want that. So we're soaking it. Here's our cake mix. As I said, it's a vanilla cake mix, and I'm going to measure how many cups we have in one pack. Because I need about 4 cups. 4 cups we have. 4 cups. So I had to use 1.5 pack of cake mix. I'm blending the cake mix together because I want to get out any large lumps. Alright, now we're going to add our mixed spices. We use half a teaspoon of mixed spice, a teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 nutmeg. Now we're going to blend together. Now you notice I have not added salt because the mixture is already salt is already added to the cake mix, so we don't need to add salt. Now we are going to add some liquid. It asks for 3/4 cup of liquid milk, but I'm going to use port wine instead. It's 1/2 cup and a 1/4 cup. You might need a little bit more if it's too tight, but you adjust as you go along. Now I have 2 tablespoons of rose water, 2 tablespoons of vanilla, 2 tablespoons. Zest of this lemon. You determine how much you need. Make sure you don't get down to the white because it will become bitter. And now we're going to add half of the lemon and squeeze it in our mixture right here. Alright, I'm mixing everything. Remember, it's a bit tight because of the breadcrumbs. Let's mix everything together now. Our butter to our dry ingredients. And then we're going to add our eggs. Now that we have this, we're going to add some fruits and mix. Now we blend it nicely, and now you start smelling Christmas because you start smelling all the, your spices that we've added, and the wine and the rum. A wonderful aroma. To add our browning. Now you determine how dark you want your cake. Some people like it brown, some people like it very black. And this is about 2 tablespoons I'm adding first. Be careful though, some of the browning can get bitter. I'm going to add a little more because I want mine a little darker than this. So I'm going to add another maybe tablespoon and a half. Now I'm making my cake using my hand and my wooden spoon because I don't want to use the mixer or a hand mixer because I don't want it to be too light. I want a pudding actually. Now it's time to put it in our baking tin. Remember, a little over half. Let me shape my tin to get rid of any air pockets. Now what is left, we're just going to put this. This is our taster. middle of the oven. Now guys, here we have it. Both cakes, the traditional one and the cake mix. This is after it was taken out of the oven and let to cool and wet with wine and rum. And this is after about 3 days. It's a bit cracked, but that's okay. I'm going to remove them from the tin now and slice it up and let you see. Guys, remember I said I was baking a pudding. Now if you want a cake, you add more eggs. But guys, I couldn't tell the difference. I didn't know which one was traditional and I couldn't tell which one was a cake mix. They were both delicious, very moist and well flavorful and tasty. Guys, they were so evenly matched. I could not tell the difference. Now, whichever you choose, it will be a winner. Now, thank you guys for watching this channel. And if you have enjoyed it, don't forget to share, like, subscribe, give me a thumbs up. And remember to click on the notification bell so that when I post a new video, you'll be the first to know. Thank you guys for faithfully coming back every week. And thank you for continuing watching. Bye.